Hello, and welcome to For You Review. I am Teeler.
And I am J-Rad. And on this week's episode, we're going to be doing a deep dive on some of this week's new music releases.
That's going to be fun.
For sure, man.
Hell yeah.
It's always fun.
A lot of good music came out this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of anticipated music.
Yeah.
Highly anticipated.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
So, cool. Before we get into that, though, we would like to thank everybody for watching and listening to last week's show. Taking the time out to do that and give us some feedback.
I appreciate the feedback. We want to hear more of it.
Definitely.
A lot of feedback's good, and we'll take it to heart. Let us know how you feel, and let us know how we're doing.
Yeah. Don't be rude about it.
That's right. and you can talk to me.
Yeah, talk to us. We're normal.
No, people talk to you, but they didn't talk to me.
They didn't talk to you?
No, nobody talked to me at work.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
No, I didn't get any. Nobody talked to me.
Okay.
I think they were scared of me for some reason.
You're a pretty scary guy.
Yeah, I'm a monster.
Yeah. I don't know how I even have the courage to be in the same room with you right now. That's how scary you are.
Hey, you're the one that blew up.
That might be best not spoken about.
Okay.
Things happen, you know.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was fun. I had a smile on my face when I walked out the door. It put a smile on my face.
I heard you laughing over there. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, don't you can only take so much before you just can't anymore.
That's right. We're people.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, yeah. So thank you all for taking the time out of your week last week for watching the episode and giving the feedback. We really appreciate it. I guess, should we just jump straight into it?
Yeah, let's deep dive right into it.
Just dive all the way deep.
Head first.
Like 300 feet into the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hey, that'd be fun to do sometime.
Yeah. Yeah.
That cliff diving, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I was thinking in like in the middle of the ocean. I don't know if I want to do that per se. You know, there's like sharks and stuff out there.
Yeah.
Scary stuff, guys. Scary stuff. Well, all right. So yeah, like we said at the top of the show, we're gonna be talking about some of the new releases that came out this week, and maybe even a little bit of the week previous. But I guess I will get started.
All right. Yeah. Why don't you start us out?
Okay.
And because I think mine's going to be a little long.
A little lengthy?
Little lengthy.
Maybe?
I got lots to talk about.
Okay.
Start us out,
cool.
Man. Let us know what's going on.
Well, if you're watching the video version of this right now, you will see that I am currently wearing a 1975 t-shirt. One of my favorite bands. It's been a long history with them. There's like two bands that I would ride or die for, and I'm going to talk about both of them this week.
Nice.
Well, we're going to start out with the 1975 here. They released a new single called People, not this Thursday, but the previous Thursday, along with the other band I'm going to talk about tonight. But so yeah, the new song is People, and what can I say? After hearing what they had previously released, so let me give a little bit of context for this, for everybody who may not know anything about the 1975. The 1975, at the beginning of every single one of their records, there's 3 of them now, they have a short snippet, and it's kind of like, not necessarily, I guess you would call it poetry. You could call it poetry. But it's the exact same set of words set to different music. And the music is always kind of in the same theme or the same vibe of the entire record.
Yeah.
So it must have been close to 2 months now. They released just kind of overnight, just on a whim, released the 1970. And they always call it the 1975 at the beginning of the records, called the 1975, and it starts the record off. So they released the new one, and
I remember this.
yeah, yeah.
I remember it well.
I mean, it's cool. Okay, don't get me wrong, it's cool. There's a really good message behind it, but it switches up the format of the 1975 opening track, and it's this young girl who apparently is known. I'm trying to think of her name. I think her first name is Greta, and I can't remember her last name, but she's global warming activist, I guess, from the little research that I've done, which isn't much. I just literally looked up her name and saw what she did.
Got you.
Well, she's featured on this track, and the track is like close to 5 minutes long, I think.
It's pretty long.
It's pretty long, and there's no music on it.
I mean, I worked next to you, and you played it for me when it came out, and about halfway through it, I was getting ready to go over there and smash the speaker, but
right,
it was cool.
Yeah, I mean, the message of it's really cool.
Yeah, nice message.
Anyway, so it's this girl that is speaking out against global warming and saying how we have to change and all this stuff. But again, there's like zero music on it. It's like real ambient, and it switches up the format. So I was like, a little disappointed, because to begin with, I wasn't as hyped about the new record as I have been in the past, because I was very hyped about the previous record, and they released 5 singles on it. All of the singles were great, and then you listen to the record, and it's kind of bait and switch, I guess you would say. It's still a great record, but all of the hype songs they released beforehand, and the rest of it's just kind of chill.
It seems to be a pretty common thing these days.
Yeah.
In music.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, they released last Thursday. They released the next song called "People," and right off the bat, this song is super punk, wouldn't you say?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
yes.
So angsty, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
I love it too. I remember texting you after I heard it.
Yeah,
and I told you it reminded me of the Vines,
right?
You know, it had that same vibe.
Yeah,
and it
does.
It's a really cool song.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, so it's punk and it's angsty, and I just love that about it to begin with. But the thing about it that's great is it's so self-referential, right? It opens the same way that their previous record did, with "Give Yourself a Try," just super hard-hitting, like fast and aggressive, right? And then it also, another song on their last record was "Love It If We Made It," I think is what it's called. Yeah, "Love It If We Made It," and that song is kind of outwardly focused too, about how like the standards of the world are kind of decreasing, and speaking out about all this stuff that should probably be changed. You know, it's kind
Definitely.
of, it's got this the world is on a downhill spiral, and we need to do something about it,
which is a very common theme in today's music.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm hearing it more and more.
A lot of music is a lot more political than it used to be. Not that we're going to get into politics, but this is something that I've noticed.
No, and I wouldn't say it's more. It's not the kind of politics left and right political. Right. It's not that.
This song isn't, but I have heard a lot more songs that are recently.
Well, you know my music of choice, and it's
at
work, reggae music.
Yeah,
and, I mean that's what it is. Or what it was, I should say. The roots music, highly political music.
Okay, I
can get past that as long as there's not hatred attached to it.
Right.
That's my problem with the
the
political songs, and I don't know. I've heard a few.
Yeah, I have too, and recently.
I've actually deleted a few artists.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear that all the time, over and over and over.
Agreed.
So
yeah. But so anyway, people it's very self-referential back to those two songs. It's you know, it's just it's asking for some sort of a change, you know, and I think that it's a good topic.
Definitely,
it's something that we should be talking about more often. So that was my little jaunt about the 1975 this week. The other tune I wanted to get into is from my second Ride or Die band. Okay, they both get this. This is the first time ever that both of my favorite bands have released new singles on the exact same day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm like
you didn't know what to do, did you?
I know. I'm like.
Was it like? Which one do I play first?
Yeah, I'm having a heyday.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with myself. I eventually figured it out.
I'd have put them both in a playlist, and then I'd have just hit shuffle, and I'd be like, "All right, thanks."
I actually did that on the way over here. I played them both just as a little refresher so we could.
When you can't decide, just put them on shuffle.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to shuffle between two songs, but it is what it is. But anyway, so Alter Bridge releases a song. They have now released 3 singles off of their new record. The most recent of which being Take the Crown. And there's something about these last 3 songs, not records. I was thinking these last 3 songs and their previous record. They've kind of shifted their sound a little bit, which isn't a bad thing. I guess
it's good to shift your sound.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely
for sure. But for me, they've taken this shift kind of more towards like an arena rock sound. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that, and I also have a take on this.
Yeah,
the titles lately, their titles. I think that the music is good enough on its own, standalone.
Yeah.
But to me, and it's just not Alter Bridge, it's countless bands. The titles themselves. What was My Hero from the last album?
My Champion.
My Champion.
Yep.
Take the Crown on this album.
Mm-hmm.
I already see it. I already hear it in the media.
Yep.
On certain things, on sports programming. I see it getting played because of these titles, like they're going towards that angle.
Yeah.
I really do. And you know, some artists, everything's commercialized.
Right.
Every single thing. And I'm not saying they're doing that. I don't know. But with them titles.
Borderline.
With them titles, it's very.
Yeah.
It's one of them things I just always have in my head. Because like you said, it's a change in their music. Their style.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, because their first 3 records, One Day Remains, Blackbird, and AB3, were all very very deep, like lyrically and like AB3 is probably one of the most emo records I've heard in my entire life. But it's great.
Right.
It's so good. Like I can connect with it emotionally, which is what I look for in music, obviously. You know, I want something that I can listen to and feel like I'm the one singing the you know, that came up with the words, you know?
You know I'm smirking right now, don't you?
I think I do. Yeah.
I gotta know. You know, the first single, Alter Bridge single.
Yeah.
Is that the one that's lacking a certain
the one that doesn't? I think it was the first one that didn't have a solo. Yeah.
Yes.
Pay No Mind, I believe, is what it was called.
I don't quite understand it. You have 2 of the best guitar players on the planet.
Yeah,
in the same band.
Mark Tremonti, guitar player wise, is on my freaking top of my list.
Well, Miles Kennedy also. I mean, Miles Kennedy.
No, Miles is great too.
I mean, Slash said in a recent interview, Slash from Guns N' Roses said Miles Kennedy is a better guitar player than he is, more technical and everything.
Yeah, and he's great.
So here we are with a hard rock song
Mm-hmm.
without a guitar solo.
No
in it.
solo.
I came to work the next day. I looked at Tyler. I go, hey,
What was that song missing?
yeah. I go, that new Ultra Bridge song. I says, is it missing something?
And I said, yeah, it is. There's no. Tremonti's not on there playing his solo.
It's like you get used to waiting on something, you know, and
Yeah.
it's the formula for music. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with them not putting
No,
one
I
in
mean,
there.
good on them for switching up the format.
Right. It's cool. I
Yeah.
mean, and there's enough riffs in it to keep you busy for
Yeah.
days
Yeah.
in between your ears.
Yeah.
It's great. It's just, it was unexpected on
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
I had to play it again. I thought maybe I dozed off. I didn't know.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't there, man.
Oh,
it
I
was
know it's
completely
not
missing.
there
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. But no, that kind of brings me to what I wanted to say about this latest single, "Take the Crown." Is, I mean, the music is great. You know, the
Definitely.
drums and the guitar playing is all fantastic. But where it lacks for me is in the lyrical content. And I get that this song is similar to My Champion, in which it's trying to bring you up, you know, and
Definitely.
and kind of be an anthem of
Sneakers. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
an anthem of strength and positivity and
Got you.
and all that kind of stuff. But I just it still feels just a little too generic for me.
Well, you got a lot more to look forward
Lyrically,
to. Though.
lyrically, anyways.
That's their third single off the album.
Yeah.
When's the album drop? Do we have a time
I
frame
believe
on it?
it's it's either, I think it's October 18th. I think.
All right.
Yeah. So
We'll be expecting a follow up.
we will definitely get a full review of
Thank you.
of both of these records when they come out, from the 1975 and Alter Bridge.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
We went and saw Ultra Bridge
we did.
at a small club,
It was great.
real intimate. Place only holds what, less than 2,000 people.
Yeah. Pretty small place.
So you see two of the best guitarists in the world,
Yeah.
rock guitarists in the world. That's another. That's
Yeah.
another topic
There's
for
a
another
distinction. There's a distinction, ladies and gentlemen.
day. There really is.
Yeah.
But
there is.
you see two of the best rock guitarists in the world on the same stage in a small venue like that. It's something special.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been front and center. That's my only complaint about that show, is I wanted to be right up front.
All right.
But other than that, it was great.
Just gotta fight.
Yeah.
Look, that's the way we are. Well, I have to, like, when I go to shows with my wife.
Yeah.
She's only like 4 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Like a little bitty woman. She's gonna hate me, but real nice woman, let me tell you. But you listening, babe? Anyways, we have to get up front, because if we don't get up front, she can't see anything.
Yeah.
Most places. So we either have to be right up front or hanging out in the back. So if we don't get up front, we're in the back, just so she can see what's going on.
Right.
It's kind of rough though. But
Yeah.
she's a pretty strong woman. She pushes her way. She's just like, get out of my way. My husband's behind me.
Sometimes you got to.
It's cool.
Yeah. But no, the thing about that show was, we both met up there separately, and so the timing was
Yeah.
kind of weird, but
It was a good show though.
it was a great show.
Yeah.
Again, the only thing I would have done differently is I would have been there like 3 hours early, and I would have stood up front.
There we go. Next time.
And just got howled at by Miles Kennedy. And loved every minute. Loved every minute of it. Yeah. 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 There's a whole nother discussion I want to go into about that, but I'm not sure if we
We'll get there.
really have the time for that this evening.
We got plenty of episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna be going until you guys get sick of us. And even after that, we're still gonna be going. So
We're gonna get better every week.
Yep.
We're gonna draw you in. You're gonna come to love us. This guy's the best. He really is.
the flattery.
Don't be. I mean, take it, man. You
Yeah, no.
are.
I appreciate it.
I love this guy.
You're not bad yourself.
Nobody I'd rather talk music in this entire world with than
Yeah.
this guy.
For sure.
Teeler, he's the best. And we have
likewise.
We have different musical tastes.
Yep.
We listen to a lot of the same. And I think that's one of the things. Music is what brought us together, talking about music at
Definitely.
work.
Yeah, I remember. Should we go into this real quick?
Go ahead.
I remember. You'd probably been working out here for maybe a month or so, and you one day, well, more than once, but one day you wore one of your Modest Mouse t-shirts.
Yep.
And I decided, I was like, I don't really know who this guy is, but he's wearing a Modest Mouse t-shirt, and I've heard of them, and I was like, oh, you like Modest Mouse? I think that's what started it off. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's cool. That's my favorite rock band, indie rock band.
yeah,
Just a great band, and yeah,
so the whole thing started with music.
good.
Yep.
Music brings people together.
Yes, it does.
Brings generations together.
Yep.
Bridges the gap.
Yep.
Gives people a common sense of being human.
Yeah.
The emotional aspect of it. I mean, it really brings us together.
I agree. Yeah,
Could you imagine life without music?
I wouldn't want to.
Oh, it'd be terrible.
Yeah, it's something I don't even want to think about.
Yeah. That's I always have a question. That's a hard one.
Mhm.
Blind or deaf? I
Blind,
know, right?
Blind, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's a tough one.
We
Either
touched,
way.
we touched on it last week, and how you said that I listen to so much music, right?
Right.
Right. I can't not. Like, I literally can't not.
And you're also a very visual person too.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it'd be hard on anybody, but
Yeah. But
I've asked that question for years, and I still don't have an answer for myself. If it happened, I really do not have an answer. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like with the music, you turn it up loud enough, you can still feel it.
mm-hmm.
And that's what my hope would be.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you wouldn't necessarily hear it, but you could feel it.
Yeah. That's my concern with life, is that I love listening to music. I love listening to it loud, and I'm going to make myself deaf listening to music. I'm going to. It's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll turn it down a notch.
I'll just get some hearing aids when it comes.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll have buzzing in your ears.
Buzzing.
You'll be like, "What's this?"
What's the tinnitus I'm dealing with then?
Yeah.
Already.
I got ringing ears.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
We deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
For the love of music.
That's right.
All right, should we segue into?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This one's been a long time coming, and it's going to be a little different than. I mean, look at me. A lot of you people, if you're watching, you don't know me from Adam, and you see the hair.
Your name's not Adam?
No, it's not Adam.
Okay.
But you see the hair, and you automatically assume one thing, and that's fine.
That you're a dirty hippie?
Yeah, pretty much. I know I listen to his reggae music, and
none of that's true?
None of that can be further from the truth.
Wow.
Even the
shocked.
folks I work with, because I'm at work, and nothing chills me out more than reggae music.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm working, that's pretty much all I listen to. Sometimes in the mornings, I'll pop on some stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, I just let Taylor take the
reins.
speaker,
and
I dig it. Some of the stuff, I'm not real fond of some of it.
That goes back to the I can't go into work and not have music playing.
Oh yeah, you have to
I
have
can't
music.
do it.
Right.
I can't do it.
So anyways, big shot. But before I get into it, I want to talk about a little bit about last week's episode.
Yeah.
We got some feedback, and like we said, I'm really appreciative of it. I know my brother had called me. He called me while he was riding his bike carrying a gas can, and he video called me, so it was kind of a wreck. Right? I was like, what's
But
going
not
on?
literally, though. Thank God.
It could have been.
Yeah,
though.
it could have been.
He was trying to cross a busy road.
Scary.
Anyways, and it was about profanity.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to touch on profanity for a minute.
Yeah. Please
One
do.
thing I'm never going to do on this show is I'm never going to use profanity to degrade someone,
Mm-hmm.
to degrade someone's beliefs. That's totally wrong. And it amazes me. There's words you can say on TV, like network TV and on the radio,
Yeah.
that are literally degrading to women. You can say the B word. You can sing the B word. You can sing the S word. You can sing the W word.
Right.
Yeah, you take your pick. They're degrading. They're all degrading to women.
Right.
I would never degrade a woman like that, unless I was joking around. I do a lot of that. But,
yeah.
but,
That's fair.
But they know when I'm joking. But you can't say the F word nowhere.
Right.
Even if it's used in a non-degrading, non-sexual, non-vulgar way.
Yeah. Pretty taboo.
And I'm not down with that, because it's part of our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear it, especially we hear it. We listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
We watch TV. We learned the word when we were in like 4th grade, man. Our
Right.
buddies were spitting out, they were dropping F-bombs left and right. And then nowadays it's WTF. It's the same thing. If you say WTF, you might as well be saying the word, because when I hear it, the whole word's in my head.
Right.
But anyways.
WTF, mate.
Yeah. I'm going to refrain from any vulgarities. And I'm sorry about, there was one certain vulgarity I may have used last week that I'm not real happy with. But if I drop an occasional F-bomb, I'm sorry. It happens. As my boss tells us all the time at work. Ooh, you so grown.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So lovely woman.
The best.
Especially if she's listening.
Right? Especially.
But one thing I won't do, I won't censor an artist. I won't censor somebody's work.
I
never.
like that.
I can't do it. It's art. I can go to the art museum. I can see nudes. I can see sexual nudes at the art museum. It's not censored. This is art to me.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly believe with that.
Okay.
Agree with that. Yeah.
But I will watch my profanity. I only use it when it's necessary. But like I said, if one slips out, I'm sorry.
We want to be family friendly as much as possible.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So if you got little kids listening right now, you might want to turn the volume down
A little bit.
because it's the album review. And first of all, I want to thank Lana Del Rey.
Thank you, Lana.
I want to thank her for empowering women all over the world. There's nobody like her in music. And she doesn't care.
Right.
I control myself there.
Yeah, you did. I like it.
But she really doesn't care. It's her art, and who are we to decide, what her art's about?
Right.
We listen to it.
Yeah, art's an expression of yourself,
And it's empowering to women. Let me take you back a little bit.
Okay. Take me back. Take me all the way back.
28 years ago, there was this hair metal band, sleaze band, hair metal band, hard rock band, whatever you want to call them. At the top of their genre, they were wanting to name their 9th studio album. They were wanting to name it that 4-letter F word.
Mm-hmm.
And the band was Van Halen. Instead, they took the easy way out. They weren't man enough to do it. I guess it was a different time.
I've got some thoughts on this, but it was a different time.
So they named their album For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, and we all get that. It's simple to read into.
Mm-hmm.
That was weak, but it was at the same time there was rap bands putting out way worse vulgarities on their album titles.
Yeah.
So I
NWA perhaps.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, 28 years later, and this woman, this strong, empowered woman, with the voice of an angel, for real.
Like Billie Eilish.
Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into Billie Eilish. But she puts out this album, and she says, "This is what I want to name it." So,
go on, say it already, man.
all right. No further. I'm reviewing Lana Del Rey and her new album, Norman fucking
Rockwell.
Rockwell.
Norman fucking Rockwell.
Love it.
It's art, ladies and gentlemen.
It is art. And from here on out, I'll just call it NFR. We know what it is.
Yep.
But back to the album. This album's been a long time.
Yeah.
The first single, it wasn't a standalone single. It was a fan single for this album, promoting this album.
Yeah.
Was released 50 weeks ago.
Almost a year?
Almost a year ago.
Wow.
Yes. So we've been waiting on this album for a long time, and our fans have been waiting on this album, waiting on this for a long time. The next single, the second single, was released the following week.
Really?
Now, in the meantime, though, not only, okay, Lana Del Rey just seems like, to me, she's timeless. Like, it seems like she's been around forever.
Yeah, she's got that vibe to her. Yeah.
But her first Lana Del Rey album didn't come out till 2012.
Oh, wow.
7 years ago.
Yep.
I'm reviewing her fifth studio album.
She's been busy.
Very busy.
Yeah.
And that doesn't include the standalone singles she's done in between them.
Right.
Between them first two singles on this album and the actual album release date,
Yeah.
there's been 2 standalone singles that she's done.
Wow.
She's just recently, in the last month, she's put out a Donovan cover of Season of the Witch for the Scary Movies soundtrack.
Yeah. And then that Sublime cover, right?
No, that's on her album.
Oh, that's on the album.
That's
Okay.
on the album.
All right. I'm learning.
After the double shootings, the mass shootings, the school shootings,
Yeah.
she put out the Looking for America single.
Okay.
And nice. That's a political, kind of got a political slant to it. But she's not calling for gun control. She's just asking for peace.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
She's giving her opinion on it, but she's not telling anybody she's wrong.
Right.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah. Which I feel is similar to what we've got going on with the 1975 this week.
Right.
Last week.
Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because it's not pointing any fingers, really. It's just saying.
We hate finger pointing.
Yeah.
This is an apolitical broadcast, and it's going to stay that way.
Yeah.
But with music, you have to talk about politics.
Sometimes, yeah.
You have to reference them.
Yeah.
So anyways, this album, it's a little over an hour long.
Okay.
It was written by Lana Del Rey and Jack Antonoff. A lot of people might not know who he is.
I don't.
You've heard him so many times.
Probably.
The band Fun.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
the guitar player in it.
Okay.
He plays the drums in it.
I know Fun.
Bleachers.
Yeah, Bleachers. I know Bleachers.
That's Jack Antonoff's solo project.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about
He's
now.
produced so many of these pop stars, these girl pop stars, their
He's
records.
the Prince of 2019.
He really is.
Yeah.
And he's great at what he does. He's great at his craft.
Yeah. His Bleachers stuff is pretty cool.
But anyway, and he plays most instruments on it, which, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of instruments on it.
Remind you of something?
Well, I mean, there's instruments,
Yeah,
but it's a piano heavy album.
Okay.
It's real folksy.
Is it like good and stuff, which is not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing?
I love that guy. What's his name?
Brian.
Shout out to Brian on YouTube.
Shout out to you, Brian. This one goes out to you, buddy.
We love you, man. It's okay if you cough and yawn. We don't care.
It's all good, man.
Anyways,
it's part of life.
Come on, man. You're gonna get me cursing again.
No, don't do it. I'm sorry.
I won't. It was in my head though.
I'll refrain from the snide comments, probably.
So NFR starts off with the title track, and it really sets the mood for the album, from the piano,
yep,
to the first line of the first words on the album, cursing. I mean, it sets the mood. If you're opposed to American slang,
probably not for you.
Probably not for you. If you can handle American slang, definitely. It's not vulgar. It's just slangy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's her art.
Yeah.
I want to back up just a second.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
got sidetracked because of that Brian dude.
Damn it, Brian.
He's up in my head. He's in my ears.
That's where he wants to be, so he's done his job.
That's right. That's right. Anyways, I want to backtrack about the music on the album.
Mhm.
Like I said, there's not a lot of music, not a lot of instruments.
Right.
There's some light drums. There's some acoustic guitar. Not a lot though. It's real piano heavy, synthesizers. But that's okay because the main instrument on the album
Mhm.
is Lana.
Yeah.
That's what you're listening for. Her storytelling, it's an album of poetry. It really is.
Mhm.
Beautiful poetry. And I can't speak for, where the title comes from, where the title of the first track comes from, but I it's very Americana for one.
Yeah.
Very poetic, very artsy. It's what she does. It's not my favorite Lana album.
No?
No, my favorite Lana album would be what's her boy from Black Keys?
Oh, Dan?
Yeah, Dan Auerbach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he produced Ultraviolence.
Ultraviolence. Okay. I've got to listen to that record.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Okay.
Musically, to me, it just does more. Lyrically, you're going to get, people keep comparing this album to her other albums. They're all different.
Yeah.
Lyrically, though, you're going to get great lyrics every time with Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
I mean, dig deep. You're going to get lost in them. You're going to see the pictures, and you do it on this one. You visualize every word.
Yeah.
And she makes you do that. She brings it to you. She puts it in your head, and you're painting pictures in your head. You don't even know what's going on.
Right, and that goes back. That's what I'm missing from the new Alter Bridge singles, is there's no pictures, man.
Yeah. But I know we had talked about, I talked about 50 Weeks. The first single was released, and we had talked about this is kind of a newer thing in music. It's like they keep releasing more and more singles before the actual album comes out.
Yeah, they do.
And the time's getting longer and longer between the singles and the album.
Yep, definitely.
It's funny. We were looking at our wiki page earlier, and they already got the next album.
Yeah, she's already got her next album planned.
Yeah,
and the title is out there, and
for 2020, for next year, I'm like, can we get through this one first?
Yeah. Well, and that's how it was with the 1975. They came out with their A Brief Inquiry, and they're like, we're already working on another record. So their last record came out in November of last year, and they're putting out another one this year.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Couple of the tracks. The third track on the album, title Venice Bitch. It's 9.5 minutes. It's my favorite track on the album. It's got a cool groove in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's the most music on the album. To me, it's the best story on the album. And then there's, after that, there's some lovely ballads. Really, the album's about lost love, holding on to lost love, trying to find that love, to keep it, to do what you have to do.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I listened to it, man. Yeah, it came out yesterday, man. I must have listened to it like 4 times.
Nice.
There's a couple songs on it that I really don't like.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. You're gonna have that.
I'm not gonna say they're bad songs. There's a couple things she does that I don't like, but overall, it's a great album, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
Can we get Brian a shout out somehow?
We just did.
I know, but
you want to put his channel in the description?
I kind of want to.
Yeah.
Try, but no. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep listening to Brian and check him out.
We'll give Brian. So we'll sleep on Brian.
I hope Brian's listening to us. Is what I hope.
Yeah. Well, he could be. We'll tweet him this episode.
Pardon me. I do want to talk about, you know, the hair, the Sublime song in it. Everybody's like, you know, I've been jamming that Sublime song since she released it as a single.
Okay, yeah.
Doing time. Love the song. Absolutely. Man, I jam it. I put it in my reggae playlist at work. I couldn't tell you how many times I've listened to it. Great song. Totally doesn't belong on this album. I'm sorry. This song there's nothing about this song that goes with this album.
Okay.
If it would have been a standalone, it would have been fine.
Mhm.
If it would have been on the last album,
Would have been fine.
it would have been fine.
Yeah.
It was, you know, last album was much poppier. I love the song though. It's great, and she put it right smack in the middle of it.
I want to say something about this just quickly.
Please.
The last record that 3 Days Grace did before Adam left, they put a Michael Jackson cover in the middle of the record. And it was I mean, it was well executed, but it was just one of the things that was kind of weird, you know? And because standalone they had put covers out
Right.
that were, and all of their covers were great, right? They've got the Fleetwood Mac cover, the one about breaking the chain.
When I have no problem with covers, but with this album, it's so folksy and it's so piano driven and it's so acoustic driven.
Yeah.
This song, it's unlike any song on the album.
Yeah.
That's the problem, or the issue, I should say.
Yeah. Well, that's a little weird.
I wish it wasn't there. If it wasn't there, I don't know. It doesn't matter though, because okay, this album just came out in September, and this chick's she'll be in the top 5 in like views and sales and listens by year's end with 4 months to go. It did come out the day before the Grammy nominations. Before you know, it was like perfect. You know, it's like September 1st. It's too late. You know, so she got that on her.
Yeah.
It's definitely Grammy worthy. It's right up their alley. I don't do award shows, but I know what their alley is.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's going to be a classic. It's going to be a piece of Americana that's going to be listened to for years. Like I said, she already seems timeless to me.
Yeah.
She's influenced so many artists.
Yep.
Young artists.
Mm-hmm. Namely.
Well, Billie Eilish for one.
Yeah, we spoke about her last week.
And Lana said she's been waiting for Billie Eilish. She's she knew it was coming in the comparisons, you know, and Billie doesn't want to be compared to Lana.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But can't help it. It's a doable. It's totally doable.
We obviously we spoke about it on the last show, and I very eloquently tried to explain how I could relate Billie Eilish to somebody, and I did a very horrible job, and and then later on I go, her voice kind of reminds me of Lana Del Rey now that I'm thinking about it.
Definitely. And I mean, Lana's, there's other artists that have said that they've been totally influenced by her. Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
Born.
Okay.
Lana Del Rey and Born actually did a song together. It's a cool song. I'm going to include a Spotify playlist, and you can check these songs out. Well, I got one though. And there's other artists, definitely, but I got one that might throw everybody for a loop.
Okay.
You know, I say she's influenced all these different younger artists, but if anybody's listened to the new Taylor Swift album,
I haven't. It's on my list of things to do.
Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Lana definitely influences Taylor, which is kind of hard to do because Taylor is the pop star of the decade.
She's made a name for herself as the pop chick.
You wonder why she would do this, and I know there's people going, "What the?" is he talking about right now?
Yeah.
But all I want you to do is I want you to check out Taylor Swift's Miss Americana.
Okay. Well, it's in the title.
Right. And the Heartbreak Prince. I mean, come on. Americana, Heartbreak Prince. It's there.
For sure.
And that's a big up to Lana. When Taylor Swift
I would agree.
tries her best to do her best Lana impression, and everybody knows what Lana is.
Yeah.
It's funny because, you know, when she started out, she was kind of an internet joke.
Oh, yeah?
And she's used that. And it's made her stronger. I mean, the critics dogged her, the internet dogged her, and she just keeps getting stronger and stronger
Just keeps
and
going.
stronger. And I'm like, oh, this is one cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, check it out. Check out that playlist. We'll have it in the links.
Yeah, we'll include. I will probably put both of the songs that I spoke about in a playlist as well, just so that they're right there. And I don't know. I'm gonna ask somebody. You probably don't know since you're a Spotify user, but I just want to make sure that Spotify is like a viable option for everybody.
Got you.
You know,
Definitely.
So,
if not, you can look up these artists.
Yeah.
If you can't get to the link, if we can't put it in there right,
yeah,
look them up on YouTube.
We'll link to the playlist, but then we'll probably also link to the songs on YouTube or something like that.
Definitely.
So,
all right, sounds good.
Yeah.
So,
was that it?
Oh, I got one more tidbit.
Yeah.
So, this morning I got really upset.
Oh no.
Ask me what happened.
What happened?
Well, I got woke up at like 3 a.m. My daughter's broke down
This is a great story.
in a bad part of town, so I had to go get her. Get home. It was too early to go back to bed, or too late to go back to bed. I have to be up at 5:30, whatever. So I'm reading reviews on this record, the Lana record, NFR, and I come across one. I'm just reading them from Wiki because they got like 10 different reviews listed. And I come across this one from Now Magazine. And I don't know the lady's name, the gal's name. It was a lady. Could have been.
The author.
The author, right,
Yep.
of this review. And I'm never going to tell you if something, you know, I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm not going to tell you if it's good, if it's bad. I'm not going to make stuff up about it.
Right.
And I got mad this morning because this lady says in this article that Lana, I'm quoting her, kind of.
Paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Lana has given up her American flag waving vibe. I don't even know what the rest of it says.
Yeah.
Roots. Yeah. First of all, if you look at the album cover,
there's an American flag.
There's an American flag right there, woman.
Right smack dab in your face.
Right there.
Yeah.
Lana hasn't given that up.
It doesn't sound like it.
No. And even her last standalone single, Looking for America, she's all about America.
Yeah.
Sorry. I guess the lady was looking at the alternate album cover and just thought, well, this is different.
Yeah.
So
I could see that happening.
Yeah, but I think if you're going to write something for a weekly magazine,
yeah,
I think you should do a little more research and not try to put words or actions into that artist's imagery.
Yeah, we've seen it happen before.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was a little upset about that. Anyways, check out the reviews. Like I said, it's going to be a classic. It really is. All the reviews everywhere, up and down. Just wonderful. Have yet to read a negative review about it.
Nice.
And
that's good.
Yeah, it's Lana Del Rey, man. One more tidbit.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more. I went to Chili's last night with the wife, and we were talking about Lana Del Rey. We were talking about this album. I go to Chili's every Friday night in Florida. And I says, look, maybe Lana will be listening to this. And if she is, can I have a hall pass? The wife kind of laughed at me, but I think I'm good to go. So Lana, you know, if you're ever in Florida, by Pensacola, I'll be at Chili's at the bar on Friday nights with a hall pass.
Let's meet up.
Yeah, let's just talk. we'll have a good time. I'll buy you some shrimp and ribs or whatever, and we'll have a good time.
That'll work.
All right.
That sounds like a great time. And Lana, if you're listening, I will. I've not listened to really any of your music, but I'm going to go and listen to your new record right after this.
And then you're going to listen to Ultraviolence.
Yeah, because of
Ultraviolence.
Yeah, Ultraviolence.
I can't even talk right now.
He's so flustered about the whole Chili's thing.
Chili's. Hey, 2 for 1 beers, man. You can't beat it.
No, it works, man. Cool. Well, alrighty. Should we tell them where they can find us?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Okay.
That's important.
Cool. So, if you've been watching the video version of this, you will probably have noticed that all of our socials are running back and forth in the top left-hand corner of the screen. That's
a nice job. You
pretty
did on
nifty,
that.
isn't it?
It is. It really is.
I actually stole that idea from somebody, but
I like it.
It works out pretty well. So you can check that out that's all of our stuff where you can find us in the top left corner there. Also, we are now audio only.
Correct.
If you go to anchor.fm
correct
/DangerMate DNGRMATE, there you can listen to us there, or they also provide a list of all of the other audio only formats that we are available on.
Correct. Such as Spotify,
Google
Podcasts,
Pocket Cast,
and a few others.
Yeah, a couple others, and probably more to come. So
definitely.
Yeah. They are constantly updating where we get distributed to on anchor.fm /DangerMate.
Check us out.
Also, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at DNGRMATE, and Twitter and Instagram at For Your Review. We're also there. And if you're currently watching us live on Twitch, you can type in the chat !Discord and join our Discord server, where we can have some more in-depth conversations about the things that we've spoken about and just talk about life in general.
Definitely.
There on Discord. If
you have a question for us, please ask us.
Yeah.
Don't just say ask us. We want to hear everything.
Yeah, we want to hear all the feedback. Yeah.
Everything.
Leave us a comment.
If you disagree with us, tell us you disagree with us.
Yeah.
If you don't like something we talked about, tell us that. We're all ears, literally.
Yeah.
You can't tell right now because we got headphones on.
Yeah, we've got ears. They're there. Yeah. Yeah. If you're on the YouTubes right now, go ahead and like and subscribe, right? And do the notification thing so you know when we drop another one of these.
Always subscribe. Yeah, that's good. You get your videos. What's that dude's name again?
Brian.
I can't remember Brian's name. Brian, I'm going to be subscribing to your channel later.
Yeah, we're going to go check Brian out.
I hope you do the same for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so follow us everywhere, keep up to date, and I think that's about wraps it up for today.
That'll do.
Cool.
All right. Goodbye, y'all.
Yeah, goodbye.